Imagine this: you're sitting in a cozy classroom, sunlight streaming through the windows, filling the air with warmth. You've just learned something fascinating. Maybe it's how the universe began or the secrets of the ocean's depths. Your mind is buzzing with excitement, ready to soak it all in. But here's the twist: as you walk out the door, it's as if a magical eraser is following you, quietly wiping away those bright, shiny facts. Picture this: your brain, a wonderful, bustling city, is constantly building skyscrapers of knowledge. But every night, those cranes come in, and some of those buildings? They vanish into thin air, never to be seen again. Why does this happen? It's almost like your brain is a librarian, deciding which books to keep on the shelves and which ones to tuck away in storage. Now, let's take a peek inside this fascinating library of yours. You see, every time you learn something new, your brain creates connections, like tiny, glowing pathways lighting up a dark forest. But here's the catch: your brain is also a master of efficiency. It knows that not every path needs to stay lit forever. So, if you don't revisit those trails, they start to fade away. Now, you might be wondering, what happens to those precious facts? They don't just disappear. Imagine a little squirrel gathering acorns for winter. It knows which ones to save and which ones to leave behind. Your brain does something similar. It takes what you've learned and decides what's truly important to keep, helping you to focus on what matters most in your life. But that means, if you don't use those facts, they might just slip away like sand through your fingers. Let's dive deeper. Picture yourself at the beach, building the tallest sandcastle you can. Each bucket of sand represents a piece of knowledge. As you sculpt towers and create moats, you're excited, pouring your energy into this masterpiece. But as the tide comes in, it gently washes away the delicate structures you've worked so hard to build. This is what happens to your memories too. If you don't revisit them, they can be washed away by the tides of time and distraction. Now, here's an interesting thought. Have you ever noticed how easily you forget things? Think about the last time you crammed for a test. You may have felt like a sponge, soaking up all that information. But as soon as the exam was over, it was as if someone pulled the plug, and all that knowledge drained away. Your brain is amazing, but it's also designed to prioritize. It wants to make space for new memories, new experiences, and new adventures. Let's paint another picture. Imagine your brain is like a garden. When you plant seeds of knowledge, they sprout into beautiful flowers, each representing something you've learned. But if you don't water them, they start to droop and wilt. And if you completely ignore them, they fade away, replaced by weeds of forgetfulness. Each time you revisit those ideas, when you water those flowers with attention and practice, they flourish and grow. But don't worry. There's a way to keep your garden blooming. Picture yourself tending to it regularly, pulling out the weeds, nurturing the flowers, and planting new seeds. This is the magic of practice and repetition. When you revisit the things you've learned, you're not just preserving them, you're making them stronger, building deeper roots that anchor them firmly in your memory. Think about it. How do you remember your favorite stories? Maybe it's through reading them again or sharing them with friends. Each time you tell that story, you're adding more color, more detail, and more life to it. Your brain is like that too. The more you engage with what you've learned, the more vibrant and alive those memories become. Now, let's explore something really cool. Have you ever had that moment when you suddenly remember something you thought you'd forgotten? Perhaps a childhood song, a face, or a lesson from a long time ago. It's like a little light bulb going off in your mind, illuminating the corners of your memory. This is because your brain is constantly making connections, linking new information to what you already know. It's a beautiful web of ideas, and sometimes, just a little nudge can bring those hidden gems back into the light. But what about those moments when you feel like you're drowning in a sea of information, trying to hold on to too much at once? It can feel overwhelming, can't it? Like trying to catch raindrops with your hands, and they slip right through your fingers. That's because your brain has limits. There's only so much it can hold onto at one time. So, when you're learning, it's essential to pace yourself. Think of it like filling a cup with water. You don't want to overflow it, or all that precious knowledge will spill out. And here's something to ponder. Have you ever noticed how certain experiences stick with you much longer than others? Perhaps a thrilling adventure, a moment of joy, or even a lesson learned the hard way. These memories have a special weight. They resonate with your emotions, and your brain knows to keep hold of them. Because emotions are like the glue that binds memories together, they help you to remember. Now, let's turn our gaze to the role of sleep. Imagine your brain is a busy factory, working overtime to organize all the information from your day. When you sleep, it's like the factory closes down for the night, giving your brain a chance to sort through everything that's been built. It decides what to keep and what to discard, making space for fresh ideas and new experiences. So, if you're not getting enough sleep, you might be missing out on the magic of memory consolidation. So, what can you do to ensure those important lessons stick around? Here's a delightful thought: create connections. When you learn something new, try to connect it to what you already know. Picture it as adding a new branch to a tree. The more branches you have, the stronger the tree becomes. Engage your senses, write it down, draw it out, talk about it with friends. Each time you bring those ideas to life, you're building a bridge that helps those memories cross the river of forgetfulness. And let's not forget the power of curiosity. Imagine your brain as a curious explorer, always on the lookout for new adventures. When you approach learning with curiosity, it's like opening a treasure chest. Each little fact you uncover becomes a shiny gem, sparking joy and wonder. This enthusiasm helps your brain to hold on to those discoveries, making them stick like glue. As we reach the end of this journey, remember that your brain is a magnificent, ever-changing landscape. It's constantly evolving, adapting, and learning. But it needs your help to preserve those precious memories. So, take a moment each day to reflect on what you've learned. Water those flowers in your garden, nurture those connections, and embrace the beauty of curiosity. And here's a little challenge for you: the next time you learn something new, share it with someone. Teach them what you know, and watch as those ideas blossom and grow in both of your minds. So, what will you explore next? What stories will you weave into the fabric of your memory? Your brain is ready. Let's make those moments unforgettable together. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to comment below and subscribe for more adventures in learning and discovery.